Yes, it's recording. So, hello, my name is Anne Knoop. I'm from Holland, and I'm 30 years old. So, what I'm currently doing since 2016, I am a freelance marketing consultant and an interim marketing manager for bigger corporations. I have, well, ever since I've started out, I have worked for bigger corporations such as Philips, Mars, Osur, but also I've also advised freelancers and SMEs. And my last assignment has been at an NGO, YPO, it's called. So now I am a interim marketing communications managers for the region EMEA, which means Europe, Middle East and North Africa and Africa. And I enjoy it very much. It's a fully remote position at the moment. It's actually always a remote position because all of my colleagues are based all around the world. So headquarters is based in Dallas, and my colleagues are based in my region, so in EMEA. So that makes it very interesting, and that's what I really like about it. So the next question is, what does a regular week in your job looks like? Well, if I look at the hours, it says 40 hours, but I'm a freelancer, so I usually take the extra mile. So if it's needed, I will have that meeting that ends at, I don't know, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, doesn't matter for me. Yes, I have been asked to work on a Saturday, or to record a video or to make a testimonial on a Saturday morning, because then my MENA region, so in Dubai, they are working on a Saturday. So yeah, happy to take calls when that's necessary to finish off a project. Activities, it's very, very broad. So as a marketing manager, you should be very good at organizing, at project management, at managing expectations. I'm working with various stakeholders, so with the internal organization as well as with my external clients, so with the members now. That makes it very interesting, but that makes it also very challenging at the same time, because you need to keep both parties happy. So that requires good stakeholder management. Activities are quite broad. So I usually manage the designers. I'm not designing myself. I'm usually managing or briefing production companies. Yes, I do set the vision and I help setting guidelines and the framework, but I'm usually not doing it myself because I'm a manager, of course. So the question about salary, that's an interesting one, because when I started out 5 years ago, I was a freelancer. I started out with a salary that is an hourly salary that is 20% lower as it is now, or 25% even, maybe 30, I don't know, depends. But it gradually grew because I had the feeling that I was worthy of a higher hourly rate. And now I'm very confident about the rate that I'm asking. And it's even, I would say, maybe even too modest, because I believe that I deliver value. But I'm not going to share my salary with you, because my salary, you have to see that when you are a freelancer, it's different. So you get money in, but you have to arrange your own pension. You have to have a buffer to spread risks. It's well possible that you're at home during COVID. And yesterday I read about an advice as a freelancer, you should have a buffer of at least the salary of a year on your bank account. So So then you can maybe guess or whatever is needed when you are a freelancer. It's a completely different lifestyle. There's much more, you can endure, or it's well possible that you experience more stress, but also more excitement and also a higher reward. So yeah, you just have to see if that's something that you can work with or cope with even. It is a different lifestyle. 2 things you really like about your work. I like the diversity. So every year I have new clients. I have interesting clients, interesting people to work with, every time a new challenge. So I really like the variety and the diversity and the new people I get to work with. So it's very good for my network as well. I have the feeling I do have a steep learning curve. I need to adapt quickly to the new environment and get familiar with the new products, with everything basically, with the hierarchy within the organization, but also the social hierarchy. So who is popular and who do you need to talk to if you want to get something done? All of that I find very interesting, but it's also very challenging at the same time. One thing that is challenging about your position, yes, it usually is a challenging position. But I am very positive and I always think there is a solution for everything. So yeah, I'm just trying to look at it with just open eyes and trying to find a solution if that's necessary. One thing that you would recommend to your younger self, don't stress about it too much. Don't work too hard. I've worked really hard in my first years as a freelancer. And I always wanted to overachieve. I now, of course, I want to overachieve within healthy limits. So I would advise myself, take it easy, lean back a little bit more. Sometimes when you have done all you could, that's the only thing, right? So yeah, just take it easy and it will follow. I'm convinced that with the right mindset and spirit and the attitude, work ethic, that you will get there. And also, so I am 30 years old now. Life doesn't end at 25 or at 30. You're just starting. So you just have your whole life in front of you to get where you want to be. So don't stress yourself out too much. And I think you can learn throughout your entire life, career. So don't ever want to push everything in that very short time span of being from the 20 to the 30s, because yeah, and try to experiment as well. Like last year I took a year off to go and work in hospitality because I thought, well, that can add value to what I'm doing now, and I've never experienced doing that, so I want to experience. So that's also one of the things, the freedom and the liberty when you are a freelancer, when you have your own company with no real employees. You have that liberty to do and experiment a little bit more. So yeah, I hope this gave you a little bit of insight into my life, in my working life. And if you have any questions regarding my marketing manager lifestyle working life at the moment, you can always shoot me a message and I'm happy to answer the question for you. Bye bye.